This writing prompt is a great example of operant conditioning because students were received this writing prompt as soon as they walked into class. That left students no time to play or waste time at the beginning of class, but instead allowed the teacher to optimize the first 5 minutes of class so that students would be able to start off productively. This is a great example of operant conditioning. A second example of operant conditioning is a copy of this quiz from the Crucible. Also something that students had to do as soon as they walked into the classroom. This quiz is also a wonderful example of operant conditioning because the students had to complete several short quizzes throughout a certain time frame in order to prepare for the big test that would lead up to the end of reading the Crucible. This prepared students for the test and allowed for much less frustration. Next up, we have examples of psycholinguistic theory. This first example is where a student created a Facebook profile of a character from the play The Crucible. This particular character is a character by the name of Abigail, and this is her Facebook profile. Here's another example of authenticity in the classroom with psycholinguistic theory. This article focuses on the crisis in Flint, Michigan, and this particular student annotated this article and asked questions about it. These two examples are great examples of the psycholinguistic theory because it is important to create authentic materials and assignments for students to use in the classroom. And finally, we have the social constructivism. These two examples of social constructivism are important in the social learning theory because it shows that students are using vicarious learning in the classroom. This first example, a student gives information about why she was offended and how she was offended by someone else and how she learned to vary her responses even when someone makes her mad. In this example of vicarious learning, the students had just performed a short reading from a play, and they had to explain from their partner's point of view why the characters felt a certain way. Like if the character felt hateful, they had to then explain that, but it had to be from their partner's point of view after the partner read aloud the scene from the play. All of these examples are wonderful to showcase different theories in reading and show varying aspects of a whole classroom experience in education.